It's the belt that Richard Vince has dedicated his life to, a commitment that's just placed him in a martial arts hall of fame. He first got into taekwondo and karate back in 1978, and today he's an instructor and master, and owns and runs the Black Belt Academy on Bull Close in Norwich. Over 25 years of competition, he took on many of the great martial artists, but none are as well known as Vitali Klitschko. He defeated Richard in 2 kickboxing matchups and went on to be the boxing heavyweight champion of the world.
When you get in the ring with someone who's 4 or 5 inches taller than you, and he's statuesque, like the Russian guy out of the Rocky films, it is an imposing sight. I've got no problem with it. He was better than me. I did everything I could and got to the level that I thought was right for me. I challenged him, but he was better, and that's fine.
Richard's held several major martial arts titles, including the British, European and World Super Heavyweight Kickboxing Championships. And he's also a 7th Dan or level black belt, one of only a few hundred in the UK. In his time, his fists and feet of fury faced many fighters, including a heated rivalry with Tony Sykes, seen here in the red trousers. Richard eventually retired from the ring after his 2 defeats to Klitschko, but his exploits are impressive and will now be immortalised in the Black Belt Hall of Fame.
One would expect one's students to hold you in high regard, and people who don't know much about martial arts but hear your name mentioned in the news, they would probably hold you in high regard. But when your peers, the people who you've grown up with in the martial arts world, when they say to you, hey, we want you to be in the Hall of Fame, yeah, that's a real compliment, isn't it?
Richard's continued to train aspiring fighters, and tonight's class includes some of his most promising students.
We first met up 30 years ago when I started the karate, and it's just amazing that back then we were looking at Martial Arts Illustrated and all the stars at the time, and all the household names for us, and for him to get the recognition is brilliant.
He's a great teacher, great friend, and it's a real, I think, honour for him to be recognised in his field.
Should have been done a long time ago, to be perfectly honest. What a motivator, great person, phenomenal teacher.
Richard will be inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame in April, a day that's sure to be a highlight in the career of a true champion. Mark Summers, Mustard TV, Norwich.